Hello everybody, this is Brad Dyke reaching out to you and just touching base. Today I'm going to talk about some tools that I use in regards to working with different industries and so on. And in this particular case, I'm going to talk to Hercules as a brand, not as just an individual drill like you see here, which you probably can't see that very well, but here you go. But also some of its other versions and so on. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I work with a variety of different drills and so on. And as you can see, I have a variety of different drills here, such as Chicago, Hercules, and of course the components that come with the Hercules series. And I have the whole series of the C3 Craftsman drill sets. With this, one key thing that was important is, as Craftsman's getting older and older, I will eventually have to go away from the C3s to something else. But as you can see, I only have 2 Chicago drills, and I've got 3 appliances from Hercules, and of course only 2 batteries, but I've got another battery coming, so that'll be a total of 3. And I was going to talk about the quality of these units. Now there's another drill that's involved in here, but I'll bring it in later to do a comparison with, because it's a different style of thought opposed to the traditional drills that you see in the industry today. Now, the very first thing I wanted to talk to were the batteries. Now the batteries, the Hercules battery series, as you can see here, are the 20 volt 2.5 amp lithium standard battery. And I've only had this one for 6 months and it died on me. And I'm not sure why, but it did. So I haven't done a warranty swap on it yet, but I went out and got a second battery. And this will be something I'll do in the next 6 or 7 months to find out how comfortable I am with this particular brand and its format. Now over here, we have the Chicago series. And the Chicago Electric, as you can see, has an 18 volt, but it's a much larger battery. And so that's kind of a turn-off to me. And the bulk and the nature of it, though it is industrially pretty strong, I can see here in the nature of the metal that it's a open pitted or a what we call a poured metal construct. Now Hercules has a little bit more resurfacing on theirs. It's also potted metal, but it has a little bit different quality in the consistency of the metal, where here you can see what's called speculational effect of potted metal that's just loosely framed. Now, with that being said, I have had issues with the Hercules. I can't say it's a 4 or a 5 star. Almost a 4 star, I would say, because of 2 basic reasons. One, the battery is definitely higher, and the voltage load is functional, and it's 2 amps, and it's a small footprint, so that makes the drill more light-handed and fairly functional. The blower itself is quite interesting of a design, except for some reason they choose to side port the entry point of the air, which tends to get caught on your pants or anything that's loose. It catches it and it pulls it through. What they have to probably consider is capping this vent so that the air can be pulled from the sides instead of directly out. Now that does have a tiny detriment on the airflow, but not really. Not if you pull it away roughly about a half an inch away. Then it will be sufficient to move a lot of air on little energy, which is nice. Now the one drill I do like considerably is the Mix impact style. It's not quite impact style. It's a driver versus a standard high-speed drill, which was really nice. The impact driver itself is, as long as you use the really good quality bits, that's good. And the reason why that's not necessarily an issue is it's got a punch. And some bits that are impact bits can actually distort and give you some headaches, like with the Craftsman. The Craftsman are actually pretty notorious for getting an impact bit stuck inside the assembly, and then you have to replace the entire assembly like I had to to make it work. So, with that being said, with the Hercules compared to the Chicago, which is a fairly recently evenly manufactured company, the view I got from this set of drills and the Hercules is about probably a 3.9, close to a 4, because of the reduced format and the better quality metal that I could see here. And trust me, all the data centers I've worked in, that's one of the reasons why Craftsman has always been a very popular unit for me, is because the parts are really durable, and that's good. So I went with the Hercules because I thought that that was a better choice, even though I did get a, I guess you'd consider a lame duck battery. But overall, I still feel like it's a good fit. Now, I'll show you a couple other variances that explain what I'm talking about. So stand by for just a second.